one more things is remaining here. Like there is a one client computer. This is the client computer. Here is my another computer. It is the server computer. Okay. And this is the best practice. You cannot store the data over the client, because this is the server and here is your data center. So you need to be store your data over the data centers. But how you can, like there is some hard disk is connected, multiple hard disk. So how you can access these hard disk or these space from the client computer? So this process known as a NFS. NFS means network file system. So network file system, and what is this network file system? You are going to be share any file data, any data or any specific folder or specific partition over the network. You are sharing the data over the network. This is known as a network file system. And this network file system cannot be accessed directly by the client. Why? Because as for the example, if we have connected a hard disk, but we cannot use the hard disk directly until we will not create a partition. We will not create a partition, and we will not make a file system, and we will not finally mount a partition, because all the things are available, means the hard disk available over the server, the file system or the partition is available over the server. So we don't need any more of this. If we don't need of this, then we don't need to do these things over the client. We need to do the same things over the server, but only the one thing will be done over the client. This known as a mount. Mounting you will do here, right? So you need to be do the mounting these things here over this. You will do this first, means first you will do all the things here. You need to be install the NFS server first, then you will do some sharing, and when you will do these things over the server, then you can do the same thing. You will do the mount process over the client server, right? So on this computer I am going to check. First is service RPC bind status, if this is running. So this is running on my system, on this computer, on this server, and I don't need to be create here, because I have created this server or installed this server already. And how you will install or do that? So first you need to create these two partitions. I have created these partitions already. Sorry, I have created these three directory I have created. So I have copied some data. Then I have done this sharing. I have done these two sharings, and these two sharing you will have to do over the etc exports. Then you will install the NFS utility, and then you will enable the NFS server, and then use the firewall, and this command you need to be run. Just copy paste do that. I will share this with you. So this is things you will do for creating the NFS server and sharing some folders, right? So here what you will do, show mount command is used, and another is you need to check your server IP address. So you will get the server IP address. Just a moment. Network setting, I am changing this to the host only adapter. Okay, great. Now I am going to disconnect. Turn off. Connect. Okay. So another thing, I am going to run the another machine is Kali Linux, and putting the on the same network, because already you know when the two devices having the same network can communicate with each other. If the two devices in a different network, then we need a router to make the communication. So right now I need to run this command. First I need to check the IP address of the target machine of the server machine. So my server machine is a RAL and the IP address is 192.68.56.113. Okay, so I need to move over my Kali Linux machine or any client machine. I am taking this machine as a client machine. So I will run the command is show mount -e, and I need to give the IP address 192.168.56.113, and you can check here the NFS data and users. I have, there is a 2 points are the NFS data, another is a users which are shared by this server. So right now my task is I am going to create any folder name or MNT. I am not going to create any folder. I am going to check MNT folder, nothing. Okay, now I want to mount this data, this. So how you will mount? You will do the same thing, mount, and then you need to provide the IP address 192.168.56.113 and the name of the partition NFS data, folder name of the shared folder, and where I want to mount, I want to mount over the MNT. And now I will check inside the MNT. So there is a lots of data. So this right now the MNT folder, whatever I am going to create here any file inside the MNT /MNT, and I am going to create here file, any file I am going to create the touch, the file name is kumar.txt. okay, the file has been created, the kumar.txt has been created. So the same file you will find here inside this ls/nfs data, and you can check here the kumar.txt has been created, right? So this is the main thing, how you can mount the, you can mount the NFS file system, network file system, how you can mount. Are you getting? If you want to make this entry permanent, then how you will do this? So right now, if I am going to check here the cat etc and fs tab, so you can check here. There is a no entry. If I am going to run the VLK ID, there is a no entry. What is the entry? No entry. There is a entry show mount, and there's this command. There is a 2 data. Okay. So right now, if I am going to mount this or I will use the mount command here. Then the data is mounted. Here it is mounted. This is the client and this is the point, and mounted over the /mnt. The type is a NFS4. This is the type. Okay. So I want to make this entry inside the etc and fs tab. So first I am going to use the vi and /etc and fs tab. So make this entry right now. Here it is. So buddy, you need to remember one thing. I need to provide here the IP address 192.168.56.113. The first thing, okay, and NFS data. And another thing, you can use here the the server name. If there is a server name provided you, then you will give the server name / the complete path of this. Now I need to provide the mounting point. The mounting point is MNT, and the NFS file system, and defaults, in the default you will use the sync. Why the sync here? I am using the sync. So 0 and 0, because at the time of the restart the computer, it will not check about the errors. So that is the reason I am providing here the 0 and 0. And for the network mount, it is recommended always use the 0/0. I am going to save this and part proof and mount, or use the VLKID. Okay, VLKID now. Oh, sorry. So it is showing the mounting point, this things. Okay.